This is the David and Cheryl show, our weekly broadcast that we bring to you live because we care and we want to see you succeed in everything you do with sublimation. So we are here to bring you some great stuff as always. And if you have any questions, David is available to answer them. So,
and of course, Doug is here. So
Doug is here. Actually, I got guest appearance with Sprite, but it's actually Doug. So, Doug, thank you for joining us. And I have to tell you, I had so much fun with you at the show. So, thank you. You were great when I did our little interview there. It was nice.
Well, you're welcome. Yeah, as far as the audience is concerned today, sorry Sprite couldn't make it, but it is getting close to the fall equinox, so.
Okay. All righty then. Well, I wanted to, I did an earlier show on the markers, and I think we had like 700 and something viewers, so it's pretty cool.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because we are going to incorporate the markers as far as Doug Show and Tell, which would normally be Sprite Show and Tell, but today it's Doug Show and Tell.
Nice. Well, that's exciting. That is so exciting. They are, I have challenged the group to, first off, there are so many, just in case you don't know, Doug, there are so many people that I got to make sure, we're live.
Let's check audio, make sure audio is
good. Let's do that. I guess I need to get on the page so I know that people can hear us. Oh, great. My iPad just wants to blink out on me. It's so sweet, I tell you.
We appreciate everybody that's with us today, and especially the folks that came by to visit at Indy. We had a lot of fun there.
Oh, my gosh.
Great classes, great attendance.
Well, we actually did, 3 live shows together, David, right?
There's so many, I lost count a little bit, but we had the Coloring with Condi booth.
Yes, which
awesome.
Was
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Doug had his class. I had mine. I always learn so much from our clients as far as suggestions, ideas, things like that. So as you have those ideas, please share them. For instance, I think you uploaded something to the Condi Gallery today, Cheryl.
I did. What did you think about that, David?
I would love to say awesome, but I saw the upload, but I didn't see the image. What did you upload?
I uploaded a pillow. It's actually the first one I've ever done with, and I need to do more because I really love so much of your products. But it's the pillow cover, and I did the autumn theme, and so I did it actually for our contest and for your contest. So it's the first time I'm entering with Condi, but what the heck? I just figured, why not? So I would like for you to look at it, though, David, just so you can...
I absolutely will.
Okay, good. 1 second.
And as far as things happening here at Condi, we have the Fort Worth ISS show this coming week. And Doug, when is that show?
This week? Wow.
Actually, the show is next week, Cheryl. It's next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at the Fort Worth Convention Center.
What dates are they?
Hold on.
Okay. I was going to say, whatever today's date is, add 7. Unless you go over 30, then that doesn't work.
So it is. It'll be the 27th, the 28th, and 29th. So it's a 3-day show.
Okay.
And always good to meet with Texas folks and surrounding areas. Texas is a big state, isn't it?
It's mighty big, Mr. Gross.
Yeah, everyth's bigger in Texas.
That's what they say.
We really enjoy going to the ISS Fort Worth show, and also the NBM show, which has already happened. So come by the booth. I'm sure we will have all sorts of things going on, like the kiosk. And Cheryl, what do you think we should do for the first person that walks up to me at the show and says they're with Cheryl?
Well, as usual, you guys will give them a $25 credit that they can use on the purchase. And I have to tell you, be sure to be the first one and let them know you are the first. So right now we are live, by the way. It looks like we're good. Hi. We're not on YouTube. I'm going to have to download it. We have some challenges with Facebook going live on anything else besides Facebook. They just don't like it. So anyway, it is what it is. And but yay, they can hear us. We're good. So Doug, I'd like to just do a little bit of show and tell on some of the stuff that I made with the markers. Only because,
go right ahead.
Yeah. Well, the reason is because, first off, they're Condi's Color Light and the glass and the acrylic. But the thing, I did it with a home iron.
Wow.
Yeah. So look at that.
Yeah, we'll have to step around to see it.
Okay. Okay.
So,
unfortunately, I cracked that, but
that's cool.
Right? And then this one as well.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, right? So you can, in fact, do this with a home iron. And I just actually, because I know that there are a lot of people that do, heat transfer vinyl. And it's going to be, they're going to be able to do these markers. And you know what happens when they drink the Kool-Aid? It's over. They will never ever want to do anything except for sublimation. So, and welcome everyone. We're so glad that you're with us. We got about 24 people right now. Let's see who else is joining.
Hey Cheryl, while you're checking, a couple of questions that I would have, just the product manager in me, as far as doing the markers with a hand iron.
Yes.
I'm assuming you had to get the iron as hot as it could go.
That's
and
right.
Make sure there was no water in the iron.
That's right. That's right. I love the way you think, Doug. That's right. No steam. We had no steam going on. But I have to show you this because there was actually, so there was a trick that I had to do in order to get it. Whoops. Let me see. This. If you can see it, Doug, they have the big holes. Do you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it was problematic.
So were you keeping the iron stationary, or were you kind of going in a circular pattern, so to speak, to make sure you covered the area?
No. So what I did was, and so that was the other thing, is that it takes the cook time quite a bit longer for the same substrate that would maybe only be 60 seconds on the heat press. So I put the iron down for 2.5 minutes, and then I switched the position of it and did it for another 2.5 minutes. Now I think it came out really vibrant. So I really like the way it turned out. The other trick that I would tell you is that I couldn't use Pro Spray. That wasn't working. But you do need to tape it down, because if it shifts, then you're gonna have it.
Yeah, Pro Spray over that amount of time, Pro Spray is gonna disintegrate and evaporate because heat, in theory, makes it go away.
Okay. So anyway, I definitely would recommend using tape, and but obviously the best would be if you had a heat press.
Right.
No doubt about it. But Cricut is coming out with they have this little I guess a 6x6 heat press that's a solid heat press, handheld, a 9x 12, I think. And
I think they have 3 sizes
yes,
of the ones that are coming out.
And then a 12x12. And the new ones will be able to heat up to 400 degrees, which is pretty awesome.
Interesting.
So yeah, so I am looking. Okay, so David was so gracious to give my group a deal on the markers. And so I have a bunch of people. They were calling. They said the lines were busy. It was, little crazy there, but they're waiting for their reps to call them back. So anyway, thank you, David. As
we got a little
partnering
bit.
us.
We really pushed this one through before the sales folks were in the loop, because hey, that's the only way to live is live fast, right, Doug?
That's him. Fast living David Gross.
From the man that drives either a motorcycle or a convertible, right? Still got your convertible, Doug?
Still got the convertible.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, and these folks really appreciate it, David. They do, and they're excited to get started on this, and it's really it's fun. Sue from Australia says hello. So hi,
Well, hey, Sue.
Good day, Sue.
Yeah, very
Glad
nice.
to have you with us.
Yes.
What time, I wonder, is it in Australia?
What time?
It's probably
is it
yesterday
there?
in Australia.
No, it's tomorrow. They've got their ahead. They're ahead. So it's probably. It's
I
maybe
was just-
7 or 8 in the morning in Australia, I think.
Well, I
Okay,
was
good
gonna
day,
say,
laugh
you
out
know-
loud. Okay, but Sue, what time is it there? What time is your zone there? We want to be in the zone. So, Doug, I want to just show Doug this because, David, you did see this, but I really was really excited about this, Doug. Look at what I did. I made a napkin holder out of one of the bracelets.
I see it.
How cool is that?
That is
Right?
very cool.
I love it.
Now, I was going to say the bend that you have to that.
It was a challenge.
I was
I'm
going to
not going
say
to
it
lie.
looks a bit of a challenge to bend it that way, but it makes it look real unique.
Yeah, it was definitely a challenge. I'm not going to lie. And I've been trying to perfect them. But I wanted this to be like that because of the lettering that I had on it together, But I really love it. It's really cute.
What's the length on that, Cheryl?
6 inches. I just kept it. I kept it 6 inches.
Okay, gotcha.
So, yeah. So I want to see if we have any questions. I finally found you. I love that. Okay, yay. It's 6:48 Saturday. Wow, 6:48 a.m. Saturday. So it's tomorrow. Well, thank you for joining us. That's so awesome. Yeah, we're excited.
You ready to get started with our surprise?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Uh-oh, hold on. Looks like we lost it for some reason. Unless it's... Oh, no. We're there. Mine just did for some crazy reason.
So we sort of, what dimension do we live in? Do we live in the 10th, 11th, or 8th dimension? What dimension do we live in, Doug, with all these things happening around us, and we have to sort of, what do we do? Connect the dots. So Doug is going to sort of connect the dots today to bridge from one thing to the other. Take over, Doug.
Okay, Cheryl.
Nice.
I've got my markers.
Woohoo! Okay, this is exciting, guys. I'm just saying.
I've got my Reveal S sublimation to cotton film.
No. Oh,
I've got
man.
my cotton t-shirts. We're going to try on a few different white shirts in the David Gross Challenge. We're going to try to put it on this pink.
Okay.
So for those out there, what is Reveal? Reveal is a sublimation to cotton transfer film, and been out a couple of years.
Yes, it is.
And it works best with bold colors. So can you connect the dots on the markers, bold colors,
Right.
and then you're able to decorate by transferring only the ink, and the film, transfers with the ink, but only in the spots where the ink is. We call that, what do we call that, Doug?
As far as transferring the ink where only the film is located, it's the polymer that's used in this product is what we call smart polymer technology. So in other words, the polymer only releases where sublimation ink is physically on the film. In the areas on the film where there is no sublimation ink, that smart polymer emulsion stays on the film, doesn't release to the shirt. So what we have is a single sheet self-weeding paper.
So we call it self-weeding. Do I get to color, Doug? Or?
I guess I'll let Mr. Gross color. I'm going to give Mr. Gross a blank sheet so he can try all the different colors.
So what Doug has here is a sheet that we printed the black outline with our sublimation printer.
Yes.
And we're gonna color our little hearts out, and of course it all transfers. Over here on mine, I'm gonna just come up with something here from my little teeny tiny mind, and we'll transfer it. But the point is that a lot of folks out there would want to do the most with their markers, and of course we know that using the markers in plain paper, we can do any of the substrates we offer. The real question is, and we're going to answer that question today, right, Doug?
We're going to try to figure it out, David.
We're going to answer the
and
question.
And we're going to do it live.
Can we also decorate white and light colored cotton blend shirts using the markers and the Reveal S film? And so,
okay, so you're actually drawing directly on the Reveal paper, is that correct?
Exactly right.
That's correct. When it comes to the Reveal film, there is what I'm going to call a glossy side and a frosted side.
Yeah.
We are drawing to the frosted side because the frosted side is the side that has the smart polymer coating.
Okay. So is this where we say we don't want you to do this at home?
Well,
no, this is where we say absolutely.
This is what I would try at home first, to be honest with you.
Okay. Well, I thought we were not supposed to use the markers on anything other than plain paper because it messes the markers up.
Well, yes, there is truth to what you're saying, but it was because we were coloring on coated paper where you could easily, if you dig into the paper, get to and scrape the coating off. But this coating technology is on here. It isn't coming off. So I don't see a fear of any contamination.
That's awesome. That's
on the
really
markers.
Awesome. Well, I have something I'm going to try. That's going to be a neat little surprise too, but that's for another day. Okay, Sue wants to know if it's available in Australia.
In Australia, there is a distributor called GJS. And I believe they sell a lot of stuff. I don't know for sure, if they sell the sublimation markers or the Reveal film. I have talked to them over the years a couple of times. I watch a few of their videos. I like them. But Australia, of course, if we think Texas is big, Australia is big. So, not knowing my geography that well of where GJS is, I'm just not sure.
Okay. They're not tracing it. Actually, they printed directly from the sublimation printer, the outline, and they're coloring it in. So, Doug.
Yes.
Doug
just to kind of hold it up here real quick.
I have Reveal film, but it has.
What we did was we took. Can you see it, Cheryl?
I can.
Yeah, basically, this is just a coloring book stencil that we grabbed off of Google.
Right,
Okay?
that's what I was going to do too. Adult
So basically,
coloring book.
we
Okay.
printed the stencil in black because I need help staying within the lines when I color. That's just me. But the cool part about this is, we can basically fill it in, so to speak.
Okay.
And I'm going to try this example here.
Okay, so did you just do that, Doug?
Yeah, I just colored this.
Wow, that was pretty fast. I'm impressed.
So now
You
I
did
want to see if I
good.
can transfer it to a cotton T-shirt.
Wow, this is impressive. I love it. Woo!
So what I'm going to do, I'm
We'll
going to grab
definitely-
my
We'll get
T-shirt.
this on YouTube, by the way, just so everybody knows. We'll have this on YouTube at some point.
Yeah, the first shirt I'm going to try is the new Fruit of the Loom HD cotton T-shirt. This is 100% cotton. Now, when it comes to working with the reveal film, we can go from 100% cotton to a cotton poly blend of 50-50. Okay? So, and as far as the shirt color is concerned, we want to make sure that the shirt is either a white or light color as far as the material color of the garment. I would probably say as dark as an ash gray is as dark as you want to go with reveal film.
Okay.
But the cool part is, like I said, unlike a typical transfer that would put some type of box or outline around the design being a solid film, this is self-weeding. And of course, it only applies in 18 seconds, so it's really quick. So it's a single sheet, single press, hit it for 18 seconds, peel off the film
Nice.
sheet, and you've got your finished shirt, basically. So I'm going to run through the steps real quick.
That's awesome.
We're going to take our T-shirt, and I'm going to lay it over the platen of my press and go ahead and square it up. And I want to try to smooth out the shirt as best I can. Now, a good helpful tip is to pre-press your T-shirt for about 3 to 5 seconds. It doesn't take a long time to pre-press, Cheryl. We just want to make sure we have a nice, smooth, flat image area. So I'm going to take David's print first.
Okay.
I mean, that would be proudly displayed on any fridge. Okay? So let's
Well, we
see
didn't get to
if
see
this
it. We don't-
self-weeds.
Okay, yeah. Let's see.
Okay, so
an absolute priceless
Well, I don't know.
masterpiece.
Okay, Doug, maybe you should bring it over and show us because we didn't get to see it.
okay.
Now,
We
one
wanna
of the
see this
advantages of
masterpiece
the reveal
just
is
in
you
case
can,
it-
you can see it from the other side.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. Go, David.
So,
Wow.
so if it turns out to be what I think it is, we just may have to have a charity auction.
Okay.
You know, I'm just not sure how to handle it.
Okay.
So I've basically placed it what would be like frosted side down, which is the emulsion side, the smart polymer coating, glossy side up. Like David was saying, the film is translucent, so we could see through the film and see our
Right.
image.
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
I would say the tough part about using the reveal with the markers is you basically have to get in the habit of drawing mirror to reversed if you're going to have, like, letters, numbers, things of that nature. But, what I would anticipate with this product is, you make an outline like the kitty cat here, you hand a little kid some markers, let them fill it in, and come over to your heat press and knock out their own custom shirt that they colored on their own. I think would be a pretty cool idea.
Yep. Barb
So-
just asked if you printed in reverse, and yes, they did. So David.
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
Actually,
David, that was really good.
Writing in reverse, at least for like capital letters, is trivial. There's very little effort there. I think young kids can probably do it exceptionally well without even thinking.
Okay. So what we're going
Oh.
to do
Okay,
is we're
so-
going to go ahead and press this, Cheryl. We're going
Okay.
to press it at 385 degrees Fahrenheit. for 18 seconds.
Okay.
And then after that, we're just going to peel the film sheet and see what happens.
Okay.
So let me swing the press over.
So David, Carol had a really good suggestion, and she said auction it as, well, not auction it, but have it as one of the prizes for my group. I think that's a great idea.
Just about anything.
I think it's a great idea. Yes. Okay. So Artistry is actually online here on my page and says, "Hey everyone, we're so glad you're having a blast with our markers." And yes, we are. Okay. So what happened? Let's see.
Okay. Now, just to show you, from the 18 seconds that we pressed,
Yep.
you see how the colors were brightening up here?
Yep.
Yeah, that's basically the sublimation in effect.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to hold the shirt up.
And very little transferred.
Probably because we're only going 18 seconds.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, one thing that I can try, and I'm going to grab another t-shirt here. This time we're going to use a Hanes Beefy Tee 100% cotton.
Okay.
And to
This
see
is
if I can get a
exciting
little bit
stuff.
more pop,
Yeah.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase my pressure. Probably about a half a revolution turn here.
Okay.
And I'm going to take my colored print from Mr. Gross.
Which I've mangled it at this point.
He's added his own little decorative touches to it.
Okay.
So I guess now we have kind of punk rock firefighter Hello Kitty here.
I love it. Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay, so, okay, and you're going to increase the time?
Well, as far as increasing the time is concerned, if we were to increase the time, we would probably get a lot of excess emulsion down.
Okay.
So I'm just going to try increasing the pressure to see if I can get a little bit more pop out of these markers. So I'm going to lay this down.
You know, this is just so much fun. I'm having way too much fun. You know, coloring is for kids, but I tell you, I'm loving these markers. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're awesome.
And basically what we're racking our brain, just like you, coming up with creative ways to use them.
Yeah, well, that's, you know, to me, that's, I love it. I really love it. And Doug, you know, I should show you some of the stuff that I've, not that I was doing a lot of coloring, but I did a lot of the stuff on the silhouette. Okay. Better.
Okay.
Better.
So like I said, I increased my pressure.
Okay.
Half a revolution turn, and I'm getting better color lay down. Now, it could also be that we gave this particular print a few extra seconds to dry, so to speak, before we moved it over. I don't know if there's a correlation between a wet marker and how it releases, but, you know, this one here, especially like in the reds up top, and then the browns and oranges down here, you know, I colored those about a minute or two ago, and then David kind of filled in the rest, so to speak. So it might be a situation where, you know, we just might have to kind of perfect the technique.
Yeah, well, you know,
when to decorate and how long to wait before you apply.
But you know what? I got to tell you, I left some of mine overnight, and no problem. It might just be the putting it on directly on the emulsion, maybe.
Okay. Well, this is one I did earlier when I was first testing it. And the cool part about it is, as far as the weeding ability, I got a very clean weed
Love it.
out
Love
of
it.
this design here.
Okay,
But-
Ronnie, yes, the answer is yes. It's 100% cotton that he's putting it on. Wow,
Yeah, I don't
Doug,
know if you could see this one. David wanted this design on pink. So this is one I did earlier on pink.
It doesn't look pink, but okay.
Well, you know, it might be a camera trick there, but
Yeah.
holding it in my hand, this is what I would call like a pastel pink. But the great part about this is we don't have any what I would call emulsion window or box outline. If I touch in the center here, I'm not touching any film. I'm just touching the cotton.
Right. That's awesome. Okay, so Miranda is saying she wants some of these. Miranda, we have a special deal going on in our group, and I'm so excited. Condi has partnered with us once again. Happy to say. So we get the 10 markers with a handful of substrates for $34.95 and a flat rate shipping of $4.95. But you do have to have a code. So I will post the code for you. And it is actually BG-CK Facebook Live or FBL. So it's really awesome, and I'm just so excited. We're really having a blast with these markers. It's so much fun.
Yeah, as far as the markers are concerned, you know, like I said, just trying to come up with new creative ways to use them. So we're basically going to take this test, so to speak, expound on it a little more, you know, do a little bit more concrete scientific testing.
Right.
It's just hard to do it when we're sitting around coloring, you know what I mean?
Well, listen, I've really been enjoying. I've been doing these now for the last few days, and just loving what I can do with them. And I was doing a lot just finding out if we could do it with an iron. So I had quite a bit of testing to do on that, but I finally got the recipe down. So,
Wow.
Miranda, please tell Brian I said hi. This is just so... Okay, so we have somebody from Alaska. Hi, Cassie from Alaska. Look at that, Australia. It's great. This is really
So
cool.
from Australia to Alaska, that means we basically have the entire Western Hemisphere covered. That's awesome.
Nice. Good. So glad you know that.
You got another shirt? You got anything?
Yeah, Mr. Gross, I've got this.
Try your trick on this. Let's see if this is a little bit
This is
better.
just so exciting. This is really exciting. Yay. Yay.
You know, cut this for me.
Okay.
Left-handers don't cut very well.
All right, so...
Give it a tiny dry thing, and let's see.
Okay, well, when Mr. Gross says give it a tiny dry, what I'm going to do, Cheryl, is I'm just going to take the side that we put the markers to.
Okay.
I'm just going to lay it on the bottom platen of my press, and I'm going to bring the top platen over and just hover it for a few seconds.
Okay.
Put it on
Okay.
the back of this shirt instead of wasting another shirt there.
Okay. So, let's see.
I can actually tell that it's pink from here, but when you got up close to the camera, I couldn't tell.
Well, that's why I'm saying it's a pastel pink.
Yeah, yep. I see it. That's cool. Very good.
Okay.
Finch, you want to color? Sure. Come up here and color. You color something.
Finch, is that Finch?
Hey, Cheryl.
Hey, Finch.
How are you doing?
I'm awesome. How are you?
Doing great.
Really
All right,
enjoyed
Finch is
hanging
the
out
artist.
with you guys.
Finch is the artist in our family.
Oh, cool.
So color
All right,
next time.
Finch. Well, listen, Finch, do something really cool, and then we will give it as a prize in our group. And you can sign it, Finch. How about that? Love it. And for those of you who don't know who Finch is, that is Mr. Gross's son. And he's awesome sauce.
I don't know.
He's also in quality control, too, Cheryl.
Yeah, well, he's,
All right,
yeah.
let's see what we got here.
So now I know who to complain to, if I have a complaint. Just kidding. Okay, so so maybe we have some people confused, Doug. Can you, okay, so people are asking about the film. So can we talk about the film? And because some people will want to do it possibly with the markers.
Right.
Yeah, I would say the markers, let's hold off on buying the film for the markers until we hone in our transfer technique here.
Yes, I agree.
But as far as the film for sublimation printing, Doug, you want to speak to that?
Yeah, it's the Reveal S film. This film is going to be compatible with all of your Sawgrass ink delivery systems, your SG400s, your SG800s. It's also compatible with your, what I would call true liquid sublimation inks, the type of inks that you would run, let's say, like through a Epson, a Muto, a Mamaki, other systems using the micro piezo print head delivery system. As far as the film is concerned, we've got it in cut sheet sizes, 8.5 inch by 11 inch, 8.5 inch by 14 inch, 11 inch by 17 inch, and 13 inch by 19 inch. So you could go cut sheet size from letter size up to what we call Super B. We also have the film in a roll format. We have it in a 17 inch wide roll by 100 feet. So anybody that is using a wide format sublimation system can use this film. The film is designed to decorate white and light colored cotton garments. It's a single sheet or single film, single press transfer delivery method. We transfer at 385 degrees Fahrenheit for 18 seconds. And like I said, it employs what's called smart polymer technology, meaning the polymer emulsion only releases where sublimation ink was printed. Now, anybody who wants to try out this product, we do have a 10-sheet sample pack that they can purchase. Cost about around $20 for a 10-sheet sample pack. When you're designing your graphics, Cheryl, my advice would be you want to use bold colors when you're printing to the Reveal film. In other words, the bolder the color, the deeper the color, the easier the polymer releases, and the more successful you're going to be trying that. So, like I said, if anybody in your group is interested in a 10-sheet sample pack, we do offer these sample packs free ground delivery, just like all the other transfer paper products that we feature at Condi. And so I'm going to continue to experiment with the markers in the film, so to speak, kind of like what you were mentioning, hammering out a process to where people can incorporate this in and they're going to get good, successful results every time. But we're encouraged by what we're seeing so far. So like cool. I said, just more fun to have with these markers. Not only can we do the hard substrates with them, but if we can get the process to work, now you can do soft goods as well. We could put it on a t-shirt. We could put it on a tote bag. Yes. There are lots of fabric products out there. And
okay, so I have
we get
some
the process
questions.
Down, you don't necessarily need a sublimation printer, so to speak, to be able to sublimate a product. So
I know,
we think it's got plenty of potential.
Yeah, it's really, really exciting.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to put Mr. QC on this project here. Believe me.
So I have challenged the people, and there are so many people in my group that don't do sublimation. So I've challenged them to contact Condi, get the special deal that we have going, and get these markers so they can start playing. But I have some questions. Okay, will you guys ship to Australia? We have another person from Australia.
So what I would tell is reach out to GJS. I know of one distributor there. There may be multiple ones, and just see if they're carrying the markers.
Okay.
So I would exhaust that, because having a company there to support you with your sublimation needs makes sense to me.
Yeah. Okay.
So I would exhaust that first.
And on a different subject, Cheryl, before I leave our little Facebook Live group to go test some other product from Mr. Gross, Did want to bring up the next week, the ISS Fort Worth show. We had mentioned to your group that the first person in your group that stops Mr. Gross gets that special prize. Gets
right,
that,
that's
was
right.
it the $25 voucher, Mr. Gross?
That's right.
Okay. To make it easier for the people in your group, we're going to be in booth number 1021.
Okay.
So that way, anybody who's watching this live, they don't have to hunt the show looking for them. Just make a beeline to 1021.
Okay,
now, another
that's
thing that I
awesome.
want to mention to your group, if anybody in your group is going to be at the show and they happen to be using one of the Okie Data white toner printers, I'm going to have a special guest with me at this show. I'm going to have Christopher Sigmund, who is the sales manager for Forever Paper here in the U.S. He will be working with me in the booth. So we're going to be demonstrating the Oki system. We're going to be demonstrating the Forever Low Temp Laser Dark. We're also going to be showing the Laser Light No Cut, which is a new product we picked up here at Condi. Single sheet, self-weeding paper for your white and light colored garments. We've got some cool designs laid out. We're going to show that. But if anybody out there has questions on the process, such as using the self-weeding papers or working with the RIP program, or they want to see a demonstration of the new IC split, both Christopher and I will be there. So it's a great opportunity to drop by our booth, ask the questions you need to ask, watch us walk through the demonstrations, and basically get the confidence to incorporate this type of printing into what you do out there. Because, just from my knowledge, working with the RIP over the past year, it's amazing that the shirts that I make today are so much better than the shirts that I made a year ago. And I do this for a living. But the fact of the matter is, the more we learn about the system, how it operates, how it works, the better our results can get. And when we were at Indianapolis, I had so many people drop by and they were saying, your shirt feels so much better than what I produce. It stretches, it doesn't crack. How are you doing that?
So,
well, the secret is the transfer RIP.
Yes, that's right.
Like I said, Christopher Sigmund from Forever will be in our booth. It will be booth 1021 at the ISS show in Fort Worth, Texas. And that's
so cool.
Next week, the 27th, 28th, 29th. So make sure members of your group stop by. Be more than happy to show them the whole process.
Yes, and of course, we get special deals. So just if you're in my group and you let Doug know, he will take care of you. No doubt about it.
Special deals? Yes, you do. Well, Cheryl, thanks for having me on.
Oh, yes,
I appreciate the time as always, and I'm sure I will see you on the road sometime soon, if not through the camera.
Okay, so Doug, are you going to be in Charlotte?
I will be in Charlotte, yes,
I'll
ma'am.
see you in Charlotte.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. We'll do a show together.
Sounds fun.
So for folks that are unable to go to the show, which I know is probably the majority, Doug and Chris have both done extensive videos on all these products on Condi TV.
Yeah.
So Condi TV is really the ultimate, what I would call, educational resource to learn about all these products. And again, part of the fun of sublimation are heat transfer is pushing the limit. So probably the next thing we'll want to do is see what happens with the markers on some of the traditional papers.
Yes.
But again,
we really want to see Finch's. We want to see what he did.
Yep, we're going to do it. Doug, I need a shirt to do Finch's.
Yeah.
You want to?
We want to.
Well, I'll use.
Finch, you got to bring it to the camera so we can see it beforehand, though.
Okay, you got it.
We want to see, and then we'll auction it off. Not auction it, but give it as. Oh well, look at that. Okay, so you are hilarious. Oh my god!
All right,
I love it. Oh my god, you did.
First.
Yeah, you did good though.
Well, I can't sign it because it's gonna be backwards.
Sign it.
Yeah. It's going to be backwards, but that makes it all the more fun. Okay, so somebody is going to win this.
So generally, the forever is 385, 18 seconds is a great place to start. It's a hot peel process, and I would say again to keep in mind that's really used best. Your temp is a little bit low, Doug. On here. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Temp is a little bit low for whatever reason. Oh. But it's fun. At 364.
Okay, but you have something else on that shirt. And you
So,
put it
there we
upside
go.
down. David, that was supposed to be a giveaway.
Sorry.
That's cool.
Sorry.
Yeah, you'll have
But-
to do another one for us, Finch.
I would say the black turned out to be very respectable. The yellow and the reds. So I think we're making progress, Doug, on this one.
Yeah.
I think we're
It might be a temperature fluctuation in the press, David.
Right.
But, we can definitely experiment with higher heat.
Yeah. So I would say that our experiment with the markers on Reveal, the artist-free markers, are promising at this stage. So obviously, the more ink you put on the Reveal, the more you're going to see.
Right.
So Finch, again, put a fair amount of ink, and I would say that just looking at this, it looks good. Where with mine, it was more of maybe too simple. Quite interesting. And of course, if you do have a sublimation printer, you can create a hybrid of creating a design and having an area for personalization. So we have a tremendous number of Reveal videos on Condi TV. You can go check them out. Again, to reiterate, the Reveal S, it works great with the Sawgrass ink set. And as Doug mentioned, it also works incredibly well with folks out there that are using Epson printers with, some of the generic inks that are out there. So very much, you just need to focus on using bold colors.
Yes.
It's not going to be a good solution for photographs. It's not going to be a good solution for your very subtle colors. But we've had a lot
David,
of fun.
I do want to know, was that the one that Doug did, the Hello Kitty, did he print that on the Epson for the Reveal printer, or did he print it on the Sublimation SG printer?
So he printed the black outline with an SG800.
Okay, perfect. Okay. That's
So,
great. Yeah.
But I would say that if you're using sublimation ink, then Reveal's gonna work for you.
Okay. That's perfect. Okay, so I'm getting all kinds of questions here on...
So bottom line is the markers to me are sort of a paradigm shift. Is they open up, thank you, Doug, they open up completely new, I guess, marketing and sales, ideas. We've started hearing from folks that are using the markers to maybe have a fundraiser at a school with kids. They are certified safe with kids, I believe, 9 years and up.
That's correct.
So they're safe from that point of view. So again, it's one of those kinds of things. It's sort of overwhelming. We've run contests at shows, and the creative nature of folks sitting down and coloring in our coloring booth is just completely overwhelming. So we had one young lady, and I can show you probably real quick because it's worth a view. I can tell you.
Okay.
And at the Secaucus show, and I think I can find it very quick. She had a very exciting design. I'll try to position this. Let's see. There we go.
Wow. Wow.
Very exciting. From the show we just got back from, there were a couple of folks that just, I think just over the top. This young lady was quite interesting. She did a piece of glass and did a keychain. I really
nice.
is a
Yeah.
butterfly keychain, but the glass, wow! And so the acrylic and the glass share the same coating technology that we invented called Color Light. So for glass and acrylic, and of course the Color Light film, which I know you love,
I
give you all sorts of new decorating ideas. I remember people coming by and talking about how beautiful everything looked with sun catchers, and I guess we need to have a sun catcher at the house of some sort just to see what it looks like. But just sublimation, just I think it's still a well-kept secret. Very few people know of its existence, and so your folks out there can begin to capitalize on it.
Absolutely. That's so true. Well, Finch, just in case you don't know, I have been using the markers with the Silhouette Cameo, and I'm having a blast. It's like cool. Yeah, it's like being a kid again.
Yeah, we forgot to mention that you can mount the markers in most cutters. Most have a facility for that. We bought the marker holders for our Cameo.
Yeah.
And had a lot of fun. And, I wouldn't be surprised, if we continue to see an expansion of the artistry products out there. A little birdie told me that those folks are working on some innovations with the markers. So
yes, actually, so I did get the news that they're coming out, towards the end of the year or the beginning of next year, the tropical colors. So that's going to be awesome, and we're really excited about that. And it's going to have, one is going to be close to like a skin tone, which is really awesome. So for those who don't know what the tropical would look like, you could literally go look up Crayola and look up, tropical, and you would see kind of what their colors are going to look like, which is exciting. They're on the cutting edge, that's for sure, and it's really pretty awesome. So, David, are you going to be at the SGIA show?
Yes, I'm actually teaching there, so I've got to work on my class maybe this weekend. So looking forward to it. SGIA is a different kind of show.
Yeah,
and it's more where you see the extremely large printers and equipment, and it's maybe a show that's best used if you're really in the equipment marketplace, but really the big stuff. So if it happens to be convenient, stop by. It's in Vegas, sort of maybe, gosh, what is it about? Maybe October.
It's
mid-October, I know it
18th through the 20th. I will be there. I just booked my plane tickets, so I'll be there. And I'll also be at Charlotte, November 2nd and 3rd, I believe, that Friday and Saturday. So yeah, for us, it's the last show of the year is in Charlotte. Charlotte will just be awesome. So again, if you haven't been to a show, whatever, get out there. Yes, for sure, get out there. And if you live anywhere close to Charlotte, come out, because what a show that's going to be. And it is the last show of the year, so it's going to be a lot of fun. And As always, David, I appreciate your time and always,
So
sharing
Finch,
it with us.
yeah, Finch is going to be running the kiosk at least the ISS Fort Worth show and the Charlotte show.
Yes.
And so that's where we make something for you right in front of you using the Conde kiosk software, which is a way to get a photo from your smartphone to the laptop without using an app. And so it's just a slick way to help your clients that want to buy something if you happen to have a storefront or have where you set up in an event. So Cheryl, anything else?
Yeah, well, just thank you all. And Finch, I look forward to seeing you again. And of course,
absolutely.
he stays busy the whole time. I'll tell you, It's hard to pull him away, but maybe we'll do a live show again.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're fun. Well, okay, you guys. So this time I get to say have a great weekend because we've changed our day to Thursday normally. But anyway, so thank you again for your time. We really appreciate it, and have a great weekend.
Thank
We
you,
will
guys.
talk soon.
Y'all take care.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.